Shalom. I want to start off by saying Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham Reka Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth and who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Hakim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading the spirit of sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Quarters of Zion, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahushai with another lesson, with another video, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. So in this lesson, I want to go into the fact that the U.S. law overturned
Wade ruling.
That the U.S. abortion law was overturned after 50 years. And Trump said that this decision was made through the Most High. And that's right, because the Most High is in control of all things, you see. And like the elder from GMS Dallas, which is the elder Yashawamba, he stated also that they're going to use Trump, to go against the Bible, because don't forget, in this whole social distancing scenario that played off these 2 years, they put certain things in place. They put certain laws and certain executive orders in place where they can go after guns, where they can go after Bibles. You see, so they are starting to stir the people up so that they can make their move. So that they can go after the guns, because you see all these mass shootings popping off also. So they're ready. They're building a case up so that they can go after the guns. And now they are using this puppet also, Trump, probably to go after the Bible. You see, so that's a possibility. That's just me thinking as a man, and building off of what Elder Yeshawamba also stated, in his status. So that's just a possibility also, you see. But it is true that the Most High is in charge of all things, you see, and that's basically the whole point of this lesson. But before I'm gonna go into the scriptures, let me play a part of this news.
Now, the United States Supreme Court has overturned the historic Roe v. Wade ruling. Abortion could now become illegal in at least 22 U.S. states, ending 50 years of federal protection. What this could essentially mean is that over 36 million women could lose access to abortion. Shortly after this decision was announced, President Joe Biden made his stance clear, calling it a sad day for the country and the court. He slammed politicians of interfering in decisions that should be made by a woman.
Today is it's not hyperbole to suggest a very solemn moment. Today, the Supreme Court of the United States expressly took away a constitutional right from the American people that it had already recognized. They didn't limit it, they simply took it away. That's never been done to a right so important to so many Americans. But they did it. It's a sad day for the court and for the country.
Until now, abortion in the United States was guided by the landmark Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade. The 1973 case decided that access to protection for abortion is a constitutional right. The 1992 ruling, Planned Parenthood v. Casey, further upheld it. It said that women can get an abortion until the fetus is viable. That's usually around 22 to 24 weeks. The ruling was overturned by a conservative majority bench, out of which 3 justices are Donald Trump appointees. Reacting to the ruling, the former president has said that God has made this decision. Now, Clarence Thomas first voted to overrule Roe v. Wade 30 years ago. Chief Justice John Roberts did not join the opinion. He agreed with the majority that the Mississippi abortion restriction should be upheld. But in a separate opinion, he argued that the court should not have overturned Roe v. Wade. Justices Stephen Breyer, Sonia Sotomayor and Elena Kagan, the liberal wing of the court, dissented. Now, this is what the majority judgment says. And I quote, abortion presents a profound moral issue on which Americans hold sharply conflicting views. The Constitution does not prohibit the citizens of each state from regulating or prohibiting abortion. End of quote. Overturning the Roe v. Wade means that the US will join countries that restrict abortion rights. Since 1994, only 3 countries have done this, namely Poland, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. So, United States now joins this group. It is important to note that this is an issue that has long polarized the American society. The decision has got experts thinking how this ruling could affect some types of contraception or IVF treatment. Many are also questioning whether similar legal arguments can be used to undermine same-sex marriage.
So you see what Esau, the devil, is doing right here. Esau, which is a so-called white man, and we call him the devil because he's a liar, a calumniator, false accuser, So Esau, the devil, he is stripping people from their rights, their privacy, because this is one of the fundamental rights, my body, my decision. Is one of the constitutional rights that the Americans have, that the Babylonians have, because America is Babylon the Great. So these Babylonians, they have this right, my body, my decision, but that's being stripped away from them. Why? Because they are making way for the C-hip, if you put those two together, just like Elder Apostle Abraham said, the C-hip. They need this law to be taken away so that they won't have any power over their own body, actually. You see? So the implementation of the C-hip will go seamlessly according to them. But right when he's about to fill his belly, that's when the Most High is going to rain upon him, as it says in Job 20. You see? But going back to the lesson, Trump said this is a decision from God. This decision is ordained by God. God made this decision, right? So let's go to the scriptures to prove that this is ordained by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's start with Proverbs 21, verse 1. And it reads, the king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. You see? So that's true. The king, who's the modern day king, Esau. Esau, the so-called white man, he is the ruler here upon this world. You have him, and then you have these other nations underneath him. But he has been given the power, as it says in Job 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Gone. So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And who is the wicked? The wicked is Esau, Edom, starting with the elites. They have been passing the rulership on amongst themselves, generation after generation after generation. And they have covered the faces of the judges thereof. And who are the judges? Starting with the Most High and Yahushai and the Israelites. The Israelites, they are the saints of the Most High, and all the paintings of the saints are covered, are whitewashed, in the period of the Renaissance, because Renaissance means rebirth. So when the so-called white people, the Caucasian, with Caucasian goes to cave dwellers, when they came out of the caves, in 14, they were in rulership. Let me see real quick. Let's go to my notes. Bear with me for a second. God, were in rulership until the mid 1400s. You see? Slovakia, or we were in rulership until the mid 1400s for 1,000 years. And then after the mid 1400s, that's when they started to come back into power, and then they started to whitewash everything. You know, they painted their likeness in the book, which the book is the Bible. So this is First Maccabees 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So that's what they did. But if you go to Georgia, Russia, in the churches, you still see the paintings of the original saints, that to see that they are dark skinned. You know. But Esau, starting with Esau, when he came back into power, he broke all the images, he whitewashed everything, you know, and that's how he covers the faces of the judges thereof. You know, he puts himself in the stead of the Israelites, and he puts himself in the seat of the Most High. You see? Gone. So going back, let's go to for precept in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 20, verse 24. Man's going are of the Most High. How can a man then understand his own way? Yeah, so it's the Most High that programs man. You know, a man, he might have something in his mind like, hey, today, or I plan to do this, or I plan to do that tomorrow, but the Most High is in control. You know, a man can make a plan, but the Most High guides his step. And that's also with the king's heart. The Most High is in control of the king's heart. Same thing with what he did to Pharaoh. He hardened the heart of the Pharaoh. You know, there are multiple instances where you can read about that. So it's the Most High that's in charge. Like it says in the scriptures, the Most High, his word shall not go out void. You know, so whatever he set out, whatever he set out to do, is going to go out and achieve what is what's set out to do. Void. Let me look up that scripture real quick. Bear with me for a second. Yep. This is Isaiah 55, verse 11. And it reads, So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Gone. So, for example, this is one thing that the Most High said, and it was achieved. It manifested. This Exodus 4, verse 21. And the Most High said unto Moses, When thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all these, so like all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. Exodus 7 and 3. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. Jumping down to verse 13, Exodus 7 and 13. And he hardened Pharaoh's heart. So the two verses above that, the Most High said that he was going to harden the Pharaoh's heart. You know, he said he gave Moses the power to do the signs and wonders according to the Most High's will. But he told Moses, you know, he's the Most High is going to harden Moses' heart. So don't get scared, or don't get doubts in your mind, because I will do that to him. You know, and with that I mean Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the Most High, said he was going to do it. You know, so the word that the Most High set out, it didn't return unto him void. So he said he was going to harden the Pharaoh's heart, which is his mind, and that's what he did. Let me see. Now let's jump to Exodus 14, verse 8. And the Most High hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with an high hand. God. So this was the purpose that the Most High had. The Most High, he wanted to harden Pharaoh's heart so that he would pursue the children of Israel, that he would run after them, and he wanted to enslave them again. But the whole reason that the Most High let Pharaoh go after him is to make manifest his wonders. He wanted, the Most High wanted the nations and the heathens to see that he is dealing with the Israelites. He wanted to make his people know that he is dealing with them. And in the same way, just like how the Most High manifested his power right in front of the heathen, he's going to do it for a second time. The second Exodus, which is going to be even greater than the first one, when we went through the Red Sea. Exodus 14, verse 17. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. And that's going to happen the second time, because who's the modern day Pharaoh? Esau. Esau is the modern day king. He's in rulership. So just like how the Most High back then, he made his power known and manifest before the Pharaoh, he's going to do it for a second time, because Esau, he's going to come with his guns and his horses and his chariots, his horsemen, with his technology. He's got all these suits and armors and tanks and missiles and lasers and things of destruction that he has, weapons of destruction, and he thinks that he's got the power and the capability to take out the Israelites, because he knows that we are going to be endowed also with power. He knows that Yahushua is going to come back. He knows that this kingdom is going to be taken away from him. It's not going to be given, but it's going to be taken. So he's not going down without a fight. You see? So the Most High, with his purpose, he's doing these things. So everything is in control, in the hand of the Most High, So let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 10, verse 23. And it reads, O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. O Yahweh, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. So the point was in 23. O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. No, it's not within his own power. You might think that you have freedom until a certain point you do, but the Most High is in charge, So when that set time is come for the Most High to do something with you, for example, just like the parable says of the penny, which the penny is the kingdom, that he saw servants and men standing idle, and on at a certain time, the Most High, he found the time was right to take these people, to take these men and put them to work, put them to work to do the work of the Most High, so they can enter into the kingdom, because the penny that all of them are going to receive is the kingdom, salvation to the kingdom. You see? So the Most High, he's letting certain things pass and happen until a set time, until a certain measure is met, and then the Most High is going to start making his moves again, you know. So let's go to Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whosoever he will, and set it up over it the basest of men. You see, so it's the Most High that rules in the kingdom of men. And he sets up kings and he takes away kings, you know. And who did he set up right now? The basis of men. Why? Who is the basis of men? Esau. Let's go to Job. Job 30, I believe. Gone. and 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. You see? So he set up the basis of men on top, which is Esau. Esau is the lowest. He's viler than the earth, just like we read. You know, the children of base men, they were viler than the earth, so they are even beneath the earth. If you have ground zero, they should be underneath ground zero. You see? That's how low this man is. He's not fit for rulership. But still, the Most High put him in rulership. You see? Because it's the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Daniel 2, verse 20. And it reads, Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai forever, for wisdom and might are his, and he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. See? So it's the Most High that's supposed to be getting all the credit. Just like how Trump gave the credit. He's like, yeah, it's the Most High. This decision is from the Most High. You know, and that's true. You know, because he takes away kings and he sets up kings. He gives wisdom and he takes wisdom away. He bestows knowledge onto people and to certain nations he gives certain blessings also. You know, as for Ishmael, for example, Ishmael is blessed. You know, but Israel is the chosen lineage. You know, they are the children of the blessing. They are gonna have the kingdom of heaven forever and ever. You know, they're gonna have rulership under Yahweh and under Yahweh Shai. You see? Let's go back to Job. Job 33, verse 15. And this is how the Most High programs you. This is Job 33 and 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. You see? So in your deep sleep, that's when the Most High programs you what you're going to do the next day or the day after that. You see? So that's how the Most High works. He seals your instruction when you are in a deep sleep. And, you know, now the thought pops into my mind. That's why maybe sometimes you have deja vu. Like you've been here already, like you did it already. It's the Most High. He already put it and sealed it in your mind before you even did it. That this is what you're going to do. This is where you're going to stand. You're going to wait for the train here, for example. You know. So it's all according to the Most High, man. He seals your instruction. He guides your steps. So yeah, man. This was just a quick video that I wanted to make about Trump's statement that this is a decision of the Most High. And that's true, you know. So ultimately, all the puzzle pieces are being put and set in the right place so that this kingdom can fall, so that this whole kingdom can go to shit, that it can go to down the drain, and that Jacob's trouble is coming, and that the sea hip might become mandatory, and that we might enter into the kingdom of heaven. We have to go through these straight and vain things, man. We have to go through these afflictions. We have to go through the destruction and the end of this world as we know it, you see, in order for the kingdom to come. So, Yaratazah, this video is edifying, and I want to say Kal Halal Yabla, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakak Kodash, Shalom Akim.